Let's critique some recent logo rebrands by famous companies. First up, we have Pepsi. Pepsi recently kind of reverted back to something similar to the old logo.
It's quite similar. They added some punch with the dark color to it.
Yeah, but what they did was they introduced the color black, which I found like weird and strange at the first glance.
Do you think they're trying to like take the color of the Pepsi as a liquid and incorporating it in the logo?
So here's the thing, I researched why they did that. Apparently, when they first started, they originally had, like years ago, I forgot which time period, but they originally had the color black. Then they went towards blue. But a reason why they also went to black now is because Pepsi Zero, the one with zero sugar, has a black color
branding on the
cans actually.
Yeah.
And they want to emphasize that they're moving in a direction that is healthier, that has less sugar and things like that. So this is why they went there. Personally, I prefer the older logos, the bluish logos, the blue ones. But I guess we'll get used to it as time goes. What do you think?
I think, I prefer the minimal logo since the blue color gives it like more relaxing approach than the black one.
Although like this one, when you have like the red part and the blue part on the bottom, like similar to the older logos, it's kind of nostalgic for me because when I was a kid, we had the logo similar to that one, so I used to like that logo.
Yeah, we know the logo from ages ago. So
yeah.
Maybe that's why we...
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's our next logo?
The next logo is Kia.
All right.
Which is like a very interesting take. They took like a very different take, like 360 degrees.
Definitely. Well, when I first saw this new Kia logo, I wasn't able to read it. Like, I didn't know what it was. Was it KN? I read it as KN at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like a flipped N.
You're definitely right.
Or like KV.
Especially for some people who doesn't know the brand, they will be totally lost by looking at the new logo.
Yeah, so they could have done a better job just to differentiate the letters apart. And like, if you're not gonna see this on a car, you're gonna wonder what this is. Even if you see this on a car, you might not know what it is. I don't know what their direction or concept was.
It has like also like a technological approach, since they have like this cuts, angular cuts, I think. But
it does look futuristic, if that's what they're going for.
Yeah, I like.
Maybe they're going in a direction of electric cars. They want to portray futurism and things like that. But yeah,
I'll agree with you on this one. But they could have added like maybe completed the shape A to show that is like
that could have helped.
That could have helped.
Definitely, but they didn't have it in the older logo, so I guess they didn't want to change that.
But yeah, the older logo, it looks like NA, exactly like NA.
True.
It doesn't have like. Yeah.
All right. Next up is Animal Planet, the TV channel.
Interesting. You know, it's designed by the same guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he first did the previous one, which is in the green and the green palette.
Yeah, they took a totally different direction, even changing the colors, as you're saying. The new one, like, the font is like not a memorable one. It's just low caps.
Yeah, some people prefer it. I've checked like some reviews and also about other people talking about this logo.
The elephant icon is cute, is what I think.
Yeah.
Like,
but you know, the older one is kind of a bit messy. Maybe they're trying to portray that.
It is memorable. It was like
animal life. Yeah. Maybe they're trying to mimic the animal life.
Perhaps they went into this minimal new direction, which is iconic, like the elephant icon.
It's not bad. Yeah.
I kind of like it.
But for me, like the arc shape is kind of too much.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
It's kind of too angular for me.
Yeah, curved, you mean?
Yeah, too curved.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, I wonder what their like rationale behind this was. It would be interesting to find out.
Yeah. The next one is Facebook. It's actually like complete rebranding.
Yeah, they changed their name to Meta.
Complete different direction.
Yeah.
Since they added, I think, too many other services than just Facebook.
Because like I personally. The new logo, it's kind of, I think it's cool. It's like kind of shows the M with an infinity sign. I mean, we're all used to the old Facebook we're used to it. Like, but surprisingly, it didn't take me a long time to adapt to the
Yeah, same. I think
brand,
it's a great choice of font and futuristic
it's
logo type.
minimalistic, and it's also relates to the metaverse. And they did that at the same time period where like the crypto metaverse was becoming bigger, and there was a lot of hype around it.
I think that's their target.
And they were getting into, they're creating like a VR version of Facebook. They're getting into that, so that's also a reason why they went there.
You think it looks like a goggles, these VR goggles?
Perhaps
Do you
that
think
too.
so?
Perhaps that too. Why not?
I kind of like this one.
Yeah?
It's one of my favorites so far from
All right. Next up, we have Baskin Robbins.
Oh my. What shall we talk about here?
All right. They also went for black. I guess, is that a trend? Like changing the blues to blacks?
Like you don't understand if it's like black or darker brown. It makes you want to focus too much on the details to understand what they're trying to say.
I think like the older colors were very iconic.
Fun,
I like the old colors.
Also fun.
Like they kind of were the same as the colors of ice cream. Like
I think for children as well, it gives they want to approach the store and get some ice cream.
So they kept the 31 inside the B and the R, but they kind of changed it into a serif font.
It's
and
also kind
totally
of
changed, and they changed actually the logo type into a sans serif font, which is I don't know.
The 31 is kind of more lost into the logo now.
True, it was clearer before.
Yeah. Even though some people might not notice it, like maybe not notice it, but it's totally way clearer than the new one.
Yeah.
I think they should go back to the old one.
Yeah, they could have done something maybe nicer. Next up, we have
Nokia.
Nokia.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, they were like the leading cell phone provider before iPhone and Samsung, before the smartphone era, basically.
Before the smartphone era.
Then they fell off the grid. They focused on telecommunication, basically.
They should have adapted more way quicker than.
I mean, the older logo is definitely iconic. We're all used to it. The new one definitely looks futuristic and modern. I was able to read it, or actually no, if I hadn't maybe seen the old logo next to the new logo, I might have not been able to read it. What do you think?
I think they took a lot of shapes from the letters, which makes it a bit more difficult to read.
Yeah.
If you agree with me on this one.
True. It kind of gives me like PlayStation vibes, like the circles, the arrows.
Yeah.
But it's definitely futuristic. And once you get to know that, okay, this is the Nokia logo, it kind of grows on you. But like the first time you see it, you probably won't be able to read it. That's the only thing.
What do you think if it's like displayed from far, let's say?
Far away.
Do you still can recognize it properly?
It might be small, because it's kind of thin, but I don't think they'll be displaying it like anywhere.
Like in a big
such
scale.
A scenario. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Definitely, very interesting.
Yeah.
So what's the next one?
Next one is GSK. This is a pharmaceutical company. They make a lot of medicines. So I was used to the old logo. I used to see it on like medicine boxes. The new one is very different than the old one, and I don't know what the rationale behind it was. It kind of looks more modern, and they have like these negative spaces in the letters. But I don't know what they were going for. What do you think of it?
I think the older one is even more iconic.
Yeah, the shape of the other one, the older one.
It's more interesting to use on the boxes or products, let's say.
True. You directly see it, you recognize it, especially that shape.
The contrast.
Asymmetric also, the asymmetric shape.
Of the white inside the shape.
Yeah.
For me, the new one looks a bit too futuristic for a pharmaceutical brand.
You have a point.
Yeah.
Next up is Hootsuite. This is an online tool for social media management.
They're famous.
Yeah, and their owl was a very iconic logo. They kind of changed the owl now. It does look more modern. I don't mind it, but I'm used to the old one. It's hard to accept this new one.
For me, honestly, I know this. I know the company and what they do, but I really prefer the new one. It's kind of
like the new one?
looks fun and more dynamic.
It
and
does,
They added the
actually.
color, you know. They added this color.
True.
It's very good palette.
Yeah,
Very
it's
well chosen.
definitely more modern. I think the old logo was becoming like similar to other illustrations and owl icons, and they needed a fresh look. I noticed something when like logos are like horizontal instead of vertically centered. They can be used on like websites. They're more suitable
Yes.
for websites actually.
Fluidity.
For the digital
logo, yeah.
digital screens and places.
I prefer the new one. Obviously.
I like both. Both are good. So what do we
right.
have next?
We have, I guess, the final logo.
Yeah,
The final logo. We have Burberry. What do you
Burberry.
think about it?
the fashion brand and perfumes. Oh wow! They went from a logotype. They went all maximal with a very detailed visual icon. So we researched this, and turns out the very old logos from like the 1900s even, they were similar to this new one, like the visual. So they kind of went back to the roots.
Yeah, went back like 100 years back.
Yeah. So here's the thing, we noticed the same thing with Pepsi, so I guess it's kind of a trend.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but do you like this new logo or do you prefer the minimal one?
I think I've gotten also. I prefer the Burberry, just the logo type. The
older one,
yeah.
okay. I prefer
I
it
got
too.
used to it.
I prefer it too, actually. So, in conclusion, we've noticed maybe two trends, like moving from blue to black. So black is becoming, I guess,
Exactly.
more trendy in logos.
Or chic, maybe, or classy. Or
Yeah,
something like
we've
this.
also noticed like, okay, more than two trends. Going into futurism, futuristic logotypes and shapes. And some are going for like
The more iconic ones.
maximalism, like detailed
Yeah.
icons.
Going back to the.
Yeah, and going back to the roots.
Going back in
Like
time.
the origins, the origin of the brand.
Exactly.
Getting concepts from there.
Classic, more classic.
Yeah. So let us know what you guys think of these
Yes,
rebrands.
exactly.
Like, we'd like to get your opinion.
Yes.
And if there are any logo rebrands you'd like us to review or critique, let us know in the comments as well.
Definitely.
And don't forget to like and subscribe for future content.
Thank you for watching us and see you next time.